Welcome, everybody. Thank you for joining today's webinar. We're right on time, so we're going to start now. And just some household messages to start with. Please note that this webinar will be recorded and it will be available afterwards on WMDA Share, which is the platform for WMDA members where they can share their documents and information, and our global collaboration platform. Then if you should have any technical issues, please use the chat function and I'll see if I can help you. And if you have any questions during this webinar, please type your questions in the Q&A. You can find the Q&A in your Zoom menu, and we will address those at the end of the webinar, but feel free to add them as we go along. And also, I would like to thank our sponsor for our webinar sessions, and that's Ontime Courier. So thank you very much for their support to our webinars. Then today's webinar will be all about World Marrow Donor Day and the 2023 celebrations. We'll celebrate World Marrow Donor Day this year on 16th of September, the third Saturday in September, like every other year. And we will be going over how you can prepare for World Marrow Donor Day, why it is so important, how you can be part of this year's event, where you can find all your branding materials, tips and tricks for your campaigns, the prizes that you can win by participating. And last, I also want to go quickly over the options to become a sponsor or a partner of World Marrow Donor Day. And I'm also very happy to say that today we can announce our gold sponsor for this year as well. So first, the importance of World Marrow Donor Day. For those of you who are joining us for the first time, who don't have any background knowledge about the event, World Marrow Donor Day is a global event. And since its inception in 2015, it has grown enormously. It started with around 34 countries in the world back in 2015 to nowadays over 79 countries that participated last year during the event. And we've also seen that from just WMDA members, it has grown into an event where also we see participation from patients, recipients, the general public, and stakeholders in the field of voluntary stem cell donation and transplantation. And in this slide, you can see one of our very active recipients. I don't know if the works. Yes. So just to give you an idea of one of the platforms you can also use, TikTok, getting more popular. And also on Twitter, we see a lot of activity. Last year, hematologist from EBMT, Nico Gagelman, was very active and a big advocate for us that day. And we also now see corporations who are active and who use the opportunity for World Marrow Donor Day to, for instance, do donor drives within their organization. And we're very happy with that because it gives us more donors, and also the organization itself can experience sustainability and looking for the word, well, participation and contributing to a good cause for their employees. Then, like I mentioned, we saw the 79 countries that have participated last year. And the importance of World Marrow Donor Day is that it is an extra way to pay tribute to all voluntary donors worldwide. That's the most important thing we want to establish, saying thank you to all donors that have stepped up, either already donated or that have committed to be a donor as soon as the call comes in. Also, we want to create more awareness for patients in need of a transplant. We want to inform the general public about stem cell donation, and we inspire people to sign up as voluntary donors if they haven't done so yet. And of course, there are limits to becoming a donor. Not everybody can become a voluntary stem cell donor. So either if people do not meet the terms to become a donor, or if they live in a country that doesn't have a donor registry yet, we want to give people an opportunity to contribute to our common cause. For instance, by doing a financial donation to either a registry or to World Marrow Donor Day. So how can you be part of this year's event and say thank you, donor, to the donors in your country or people you know? Well, for this, we can support you in creating your own campaigns. You can create your own social media content. You can organize events, for instance, a donor drive to have people swab and sign up as a donor. You can participate online on 16 September, and you can find inspiration by checking past editions. You can find the past editions on the WMDD website. I'm gonna try if I can show that to you right now. It will entitle me to switch screens. Yes. So if you go to the World Marrow Donor Day website, you can click I support saving lives, and that will get you to the next page. And then at About WMDD, you can see World Marrow Donor Day memories. And here you can see for the past couple of years what we've done. You can find videos from past events, and you can see what other countries did and how they won their prizes. So for this year, we will be facilitating World Marrow Donor Day by creating the illusion of a global donor drive. And how will we do that? Because of course, we understand that not every country has a donor registry. To be precise, only 56 countries in the world are currently listing donors. But we want to create the idea that we're around the globe celebrating World Marrow Donor Day and giving people the opportunity to join as a voluntary stem cell donor. So what we would like to request from you is that you that you create your own video and you send them to us before the 1st of August. And you can see the video requirements here. Very short videos, maximum of 20 seconds. And preferably create one both in landscape and in portraits. So holding your phone in 2 different ways. It can be a very easy, simple video. Please don't make too much of an effort. Of course, we appreciate it if you do, but we would just like to have a lot of content, and we will put it in a frame and make it look even better. And the reason we ask you to send in a video is you could address, for instance, what you would like to say to donors, what you're planning for activities for World Marrow Donor Day, what's your personal connection to World Marrow Donor Day, why you think it's important to celebrate this day, how do you see the future of World Marrow Donor Day, your wish for donors, your favorite World Marrow Donor Day. It can be anything related to World Marrow Donor Day, and that will be fine. And what the WMDA office will do then is on the 16th of September, we will be sharing your videos every hour when a new time zone gets active. We will post your videos and use the hashtags we usually use with that to create a lot of traction and to inspire people. So please share your videos before the 1st of August, and you can send them to martineschuit@wmda.info. Then we offer a lot of materials you can use to brand your event, and you can find this information also on the World Marrow Donor Day website. So if you're looking for graphics, either to use in your videos or just for creating your own events, your own content, you will be able to find that on the WMDD website. I will show you where it is. So if you're on the World Marrow Donor Day website, remember you come in on the homepage, you press I support saving lives. And then if you scroll down a little bit on the page, you can find here the raise awareness. And if you click here, download World Marrow Donor Day materials, you will find them here. If you click the download now link, that will get you to our Google Drive, where you have access to all the materials for this year. And you can find a lot here. So just have a look through and a browse and see what you would like to use. Also, we will be sharing our toolkit with you. And in this toolkit, you can find tips and tricks, and you can read over all the information that I'm giving you during this webinar. You will find the hashtags we use. You will find the call to send in your video, and all other information you can also find in the social media materials that we share, will be explained in the toolkits. And it will be available very shortly. It's almost done. So we will send it out in our World Marrow Donor Day newsletter as soon as it's finished. So then some more tips and tricks. We remind you that to use our hashtags, we'll be using hashtag World Marrow WMDD23. Hashtag Thank You Donor is one we always use. We'll be using hashtag Global Donor Drive, which is especially for this year's event, and hashtag WMDD. You can also always tag the WMDD social media channels. We are very active on LinkedIn, Twitter, TikTok, Facebook, and Instagram. So depending on which account you use, please always tag WMDD or the WMDA office. Especially on LinkedIn, we don't have a WMDD account. So please, if you're using LinkedIn, tag the WMDA office. Also on our website, we have donor patient stories, and you can find those on our website. If we go here to stories, and this is always a very nice way to get attention, because you can share these stories on your own social media channels as well. And what the WMDA office will do is they'll also reshare and like and send comments. And I think the donor patient stories are always such a great way to show the importance of being a donor and the great work and achievements for patients that can get a cure thanks to the donors. So tagging the office will also help us to find your messages on the 16th of September. And during the 16th of September, the WMDA office always has a task force of people who are looking actively at the activity that's going on online globally. And we searched the hashtags for 32 hours. We start when New Zealand wakes up in the morning, and we end when Hawaii goes quiet in the evening. So for us, that's already the next day. That will be Sunday the 17th. That's when we finish our activities. Of course, we also have a favorite of most of our members. We have the WMDB Cake Off, where people bake a cake and then share it together. And we have a promotion movie for that made already, so I will share that with you now. Turn down the music a little bit because I think it's quite loud. And then we come to the World Marrow Donor Day prizes. And since last year, we have 2 new prizes for non-WMDA members. For WMDA members, we still have the grand prize, which is for the organization that organizes the most spectacular and grandest event. We have the Originality Prize, which is for an organization that amazes us by what they organized. And we have, since last year, the TikTok's Prize, because TikTok has been an upcoming platform to promote World Marrow Donor Day. And we feel that this platform reaches the targeted donors, young, healthy people that are eligible to become a donor. And therefore, we want to stimulate our members to use TikTok to create great content, to inspire people to sign up as a donor. And hopefully also create viral TikToks that will reach many, many people across the globe. For our non-members, we have 2 different prizes. We have the Community Prize, which can be for a patient, for a donor, for anybody in within the general public. And we have a Corporate Advocate Prize, and this is always for an organization that is participating. So we hope we will see a lot of organizations participate again this year. And the way we select our prize winners is that the winners from last year are the judges, and they will receive a short list from the WMDA office because we know all the activity that's been going on. And then based on the short list, they will be able to make a selection for the winners. And I haven't added that in my slides, but we always ask people to send in an impact report. So our members, we ask to send in the impact report, and that really helps us also with determining the people that are eligible for a prize. So by the time the event is finished, we'll send out the templates for the impact report, and we will ask you to make it. So then we come to WMDD sponsorships, and hopefully if there's any people working at attending today that are working for an organization that might be interested to participate in World Marrow Donor Day, then please know that we also offer partnerships. You can contact me to get more information about this. And I am very happy to say that we have a gold partner. There's only one gold partnership. And then we have 3 silver partnerships and an unlimited amount of bronze partnerships. So we still have 2 silver partnerships available for this year, and also bronze partnerships. But the gold partner I'm very happy to announce now is NMDP Be The Match. We're very thankful that they have stepped up. They've been a supporter of World Marrow Donor Day as a silver sponsor and bronze sponsor over the past years. And we're very happy that they were excited to be this year's gold sponsor. So thank you to Be The Match for stepping up and being our gold sponsor. That actually gets me to the end of the webinar. So I see we have one question already. If you have any other questions, please send them in the Q&A and I'll be happy to answer them. So the question we have received is for creating 20-second videos, what the file format could be. Well, my personal preference would be MP4 because that's easiest for me to work with. But I think we can make it work if it's any other format, and if not, I'll be in touch to ask and see how we can solve it. But and of course, if you have a YouTube link for your video, that's also fine. But we prefer MP4. I hope that answers your question. And are there any other questions or comments maybe? If not, then I want to thank everybody for their attention. Be on the lookout for our newsletter, which will be shared online, and also specifically with the World Marrow Donor Day contacts we have. And then I hope to see a lot of activity on this year's World Marrow Donor Day. I hope you've found some inspiration and some tools to work on this year's event. And I see we're getting a few other questions. So one more question. Until when will we need to send you the impact report? We usually give about a month after World Marrow Donor Day. Last year was very short because we wanted to hand out the prizes in October already. But I think this year we will have some more time because I think we'll do the prizes during our meeting in South Africa next year. So we will give some more time. I would say probably 2 months. And when will be the deadline for the impact report? So probably it will be 1st of November or halfway through November to give everybody 2 months to work on their impact reports. But we'll let you know as we get there. Are there any other questions? If any questions might come up, feel free to send me an email. I'm always happy to let you know and to interact. Then I just want to thank our sponsor again, Ontime Courier, for supporting us for our webinar series. And then I want to wish you all a very good summer if you're indeed on the Northern Hemisphere. And we'll see you for our next webinar, which I think will be next month in August. So we'll see you then. And thank you for your attention. Bye.